All right, guys, welcome in. It is Thursday night. It is time for Thursday night barbecue chat with your host, me, Ryan from Barbecue Blackstone and Beer. Steve is here. He's just working on some technical difficulties with our guest that's coming up tonight. So, huge shout out to the OG Bandits last week. They were our guest on the show. Reached out to us last night and wanted to sponsor the show. So we're back. We can do we've got our logo up here. Logo's in the background. Big shout out to OG Bandits. Make sure you guys go check them out. They are in the Kansas City, Missouri area. They are in the airport as well, too. And I think they got a food truck coming up soon. Great people. Loved having them on the show. It was awesome and amazing. So, OG Bandits, we appreciate them. But looks like we got 6 beautiful people up in here. Guys, tonight is episode number 69. Sorry, the kid in me comes out, right? I just got to go with it. So we're getting there. So we are back. It's nice to have our little overlays, we're backwards, our logos, everything like that. I'm usually not up here by myself, but I can see Steve. He's down here in the back. Mr. Phil DeRosa, how we doing there, sir? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Guys, if you can, take a minute. Share this out if you can. Make sure you're following Barbecue Blackstone and Beer. Make sure you're following It's All About the Barbecue. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Share it out. Let's get some people in here tonight. We got the one and only Mr. Johnny Joseph coming on the show tonight, along with his granddaughter, Saylor. She just won the 2025 Shed Kids Q. Amazing stuff. So hopefully Steve will be up here soon, and then we'll get Johnny in. He's working on getting him the link to get him into the show. If you haven't checked it out, now I'm just like trying to get filler stuff in there, right? Look at this, all by myself. We got 9 people up in here watching. It's amazing. And everybody's on It's All About the Barbecue. We got it shared out kind of late to the other pages, so that's all right. That's what I got to finish doing. We're sharing it out here. Good stuff. All right, let me just share this and get it out there. Post. Yeah, Robert Santana. Wow, how are we doing there, sir? Mojo, what's going on? I see you in the background there. There we go. I think we got it. Let's see here, Mr. He's not ready yet. I think he is ready. I'll let him bring himself up to the stage, but yes, I do see Johnny is in the back room.
All right, everybody. I think we got it hold on, let me hang up. I'm going to hang up with you, Johnny, because you should be on the.
Yeah, we see him there.
All right. I see him there. So I
don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard me, but we did give our shout out to OG Bandits, our first official sponsor of the show.
What about the other 2?
That's not fulfilled yet.
Oh, okay.
They're coming.
OG Bandits. Thank you, OG Bandits, for being a sponsor of the show. That is great. That allows us to get rid of the ugly duckling up in the corner, whichever corner it's in.
That way.
And then that. So I think we got everything fixed. Some of us, as we get, we're just not technically as literate as others, and I am in that boat. So
did you send the wrong link or something, or what'd you do?
No, it's just when you haven't done it before, it's confusing. And for us that aren't technological savvy, that's why you're the guy, that does all the stuff.
Everybody's got to have a guy.
So anyway, I'm Steve Krass. I know you've already met Ryan. I am with It's All About the Barbecue during the week, and during the day, you can see me at Wanamaker's over there in lovely, beautiful downtown Downers Grove.
I said, unless you miss them by 20 minutes.
Unless you miss me by like 20 minutes, or I decide to go home early or take a day off or something like that. But let's just do a little housekeeping stuff. We do have tomorrow, or Saturday, I should say, we do have a class at Wanamaker's. It's our rib class. That one is sold out, but there is still one more left in March. So make sure you get to wanamakers.com to check that out, or I guess you can go to riskybrisket.usa or whatever his email thing is or website is. But you can go to that, either Risky Brisket, you can go to Eventbrite and search it. But get them filled up. And there's one here and there's one at Tischler's. And then we did sign up for February 15th. There will be the Barbecue Love Tour stop will be at Hell's Barbecue out there in Oswego. And I am highly encouraging and strongly recommending and hoping as many people will come out to Hell's Barbecue as possible. One, it is fantastically awesome barbecue. But you know, just as everything, it's been slow and this and that. And they need some barbecue love. So I hope everybody that hears this can come out and join us. If not, come out on a different day, but just support them all the time. They need more than just a one barbecue love stop stay. So get out there once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever to get some food from them. They have fantastic food out there. So
yeah, I shared it out to a whole bunch of other pages. And of course, you know, you're always going to get the people that are like, it's terrible. It's some of the best barbecue around. I don't know if you just got bad barbecue flavor, like you just don't know what good barbecue is or what, but it is amazing barbecue.
And as we've constantly talked, everybody's palate for barbecue is different. So
it is what it is.
But you know, Keith and the troops over there, they are fantastic people. He's got a big heart. He does a lot of great things. And then lastly, before we get into tonight's thing, Juan over at Beach Avenue Barbecue, I believe had his surgery today or yes. I just saw a video, but I think it was older. I think he had his surgery for the tumors on his back. I think I saw a post this morning from Beach Avenue Barbecue, and I think everything went well. So awesome. Hopefully he is on his road to whatever recovery is, and we look forward to seeing him. I think Ryan and I were talking. We are planning on trying to find a date in March to head over to Beach Avenue Barbecue to do a barbecue love stop there too and say hi to Juan. I did see him last Saturday at the Ace Hardware and for the Wing Fest that they had over there, which was a neat thing, Ryan. You should have just came out for the heck of it.
No,
I had so much food.
Saturday was such a space. I was working on my kitchen, everything like that. Even Fred from Little Bird Kitchens was right here in town at Fox Brewing Company doing a pop-up show and spaced out the whole day.
Yeah,
I did. Okay. But we got Valerie Smith says here watching. Appreciate it.
Excellent. All right. I think we have everything. I can see them down there. Hopefully the video works. We have this gentleman is he's one of my good barbecue friends. And you know what? I say that because I went down to the Shed and he still recognized me. And I hadn't seen him in a couple years. He was at Wanamaker's with Tim and Sandy Brown doing a steak class. And he is probably one of the nicest ambassadors of steak, barbecue, and just good old humanity as you can find. And that's Johnny Joseph. And he is not the one-time, not the two-time, but the three-time SCA point champion, which is pretty cool. And then he's joined with, I believe, his granddaughter, who we talked about when we were with Chris the other week. We talked about the kids' queue down at the Shed. Well, she was one of the winners. So she's one time. She's got a long,
not third place, not second place, but
she's first place, but she's got a long way to go. So she could end up being like a 10-time steak point champion because she's got a lot of years to put in.
Let's get done with listening to you and let's just bring them up here on the stage.
There they are. Hey guys, can you hear us?
Uh-oh, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Someone's got to get over there and help Johnny with that guy. We can't hear you, Johnny. You got your earbuds in or do you got a mic on?
Yeah, it's not picking it up. Do you see a settings? I know I can't hear you, but if you see a settings button down at the bottom, if you click that, and then I think it's audio, and then you should be able to change your microphone to maybe your headset or something. In the meantime, Phil DeRosa said he ate way too much on Saturday.
I ate way too much on Saturday as well.
And Ari, Mama on the Griddle, says, hey, guys, how we doing? Says, watching y'all while I griddle up some chicken on the E-Series electric kettle. Let's see here.
Poor Johnny is... I'm telling you, Ryan, technology is not easy for some guys like us.
No.
I have a hard enough time switching my buds from my phone to my computer. He's on his phone, so I don't know why he normally uses earbuds, so I don't know why his earbuds aren't picking it up.
He might need to back out now that he's taken his earbuds off. Yeah, we still can't hear you. You might need to close out all the way and then come back in on the link again and see if it'll reconnect everything.
Because he said yes to the microphone in the. All right, we'll see if he comes back in. If not, I can give him a call again. We'll see if we can.
In the meantime, I would like to officially announce
that I'm the greatest. I'm the best friend you've ever had.
Are you my friend?
Well, once a week on Thursday.
Once a week on Thursdays, yes, for 1 hour.
All right, here he comes. So we're coming. Come on.
Anyways, I would like to announce 2 out of the 3 girdle battles are confirmed.
Well, we don't care about that, Ryan.
June 28th in Eureka, Illinois, and September 13th in Yorkville, Illinois. So let's see
if we can get Johnny in here and see if we can hear him.
Hello?
Oh, still not picking it up. Well, we still can't hear you.
Edit mic settings. I don't know. I can't do anything on my end. Hi, Saylor.
Hi, Saylor.
How you doing? Nope.
No.
I don't know.
Maybe they can't hear us either.
Maybe not. I see Mr. Lee Hickle has joined us. Oh, I hear sound.
I hear sound.
Yep, here he is.
Hey!
All right.
Hey, when you just go back to the basics, okay? This is what this story's all going to be about. It's just go back to the basics. All these electronics, earbuds. Hey, when you're 67 and trying to keep up with the younger generation, you throw them away and you go back to basics. Always wins.
Hey, you can't go wrong.
Now
with
can
that.
you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you on here.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I know my kids that are listening. They are saying, "Daddy, you're killing us."
I know.
I can hear it right now.
Amanda Joseph says, "There we go."
Oh my gosh! So here we are. Hey, thank y'all for having us. We're just so excited to be here.
Saylor looks stunned with excitement.
She is. I mean, this is awesome. At the age of 10 years old, to get to be on y'all show and this sport we do is such a family sport. It's a family organization. You get to just do it with your kids and your grandchildren. So, it's awesome, guys. So y'all take it from there and I will follow along with you.
That's full circle right there, man. You just keep it going, right? Keep the tradition following down and pick the next one up right where you're leaving off at. But I think we do have some of your family in here. Amanda says, there we go. Jenny Joseph says, yeah. Phil DeRosa says, hey, Johnny. And then Amanda said, I want to get this before we get started. She said, we are out of breath from laughing. Not going to lie.
I told you.
Yeah, Valerie said she is such a cutie.
Oh, Lord.
Saylor, congratulations to you. That's amazing at 10 years old.
Thank you.
To do what you're doing.
I got to witness it firsthand. It was a neat experience down there, and exactly what Johnny was talking about. Not only was the shed just a very neat experience, it was the first time ever being to the shed. It was great seeing Johnny and like I said, all the other people that you see on Facebook that you've talked to or seen going around, and there they are in person. But it was family. There was wives, there was kids playing in the playground. It really was, as Brad and Brooke had kind of advertised it. It's a family reunion, and that's kind of what it kind of felt like, a family reunion. And one of the great things they do, and I know a lot of other places do that, is the Kids Queue, because you got to inspire the future generation to keep going forward. And Saylor, what are you doing with all that money? That's what I want to know.
I put it in my bank account.
Very good. Very wise. Well, one of the rules there was you couldn't use it for video games.
Not even any of it?
No.
Wow.
Ryan, you're supposed to applaud kids when they do something good. You put it in
No,
your bank account. You're not supposed to
to
encourage that. Like, why didn't you buy any video games?
I didn't say why didn't you buy any video games. I just didn't know that was the rule. Like, I mean, you kind of be able to splurge a little bit.
Yeah, we bought earbuds, but we just threw them away.
No, I hope you held on to the receipt for that one.
It was a small amount for the earbuds, but yes.
Look at that. We got Sandy in here. Sandy says he might know how to cook a steak, but he isn't great with technology. Love you, Johnny.
Thank you, Sandy. She'll tell you when we were having the classes, she was setting up all this instead of people just calling us and enter. She had all that set up, and it was just top secret stuff. But now when it comes to that part, I'm not the technical guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you got Saylor for. She's gonna.
Oh yeah.
I thought sure she was good. As soon as he said she was there, I thought she was going to figure it out right away. But Well,
I'll tell you what happened, and y'all gonna get a good laugh out of this. That little bar down at the bottom says cookies.
Yeah.
Well, I was wanting some oatmeal raisin. Didn't even have that on the list for oatmeal raisin. Okay. Well, it was covering up what I needed to see that you was trying to tell me.
Ah, that's what it was. Yep. Okay.
So I finally hit the cookies, and it finally let me get where I need to get. So,
all right, everybody, we're gonna talk to the two of them, and we're gonna go. If you guys have any questions, whether it be SCA related, steak related, Kids Q related, we got two experts here. So, Saylor, this question is gonna be for you. Who helped you pick out your pork chops, or did you pick them out on your own, or did you have an experienced person kind of giving you a little nudge here and a nudge there as to what to look for?
Well, I looked for the pinkest and the reddest one, but my dad was there, but I pretty much picked it out.
Excellent.
Just take all the credit. Do it.
I
Just live with it. I mean, because Steve wasn't there, or Steve was there. I wasn't there, so I mean, I understand what the barbecue. What is the kids' queue, and what all did you have to cook, or what did you cook?
Just the pork chop.
Just the pork chops. Okay. And you took it all the way to the first place. What did you season them any certain way? Did you?
I seasoned it, and then.
What'd you use?
You didn't use Johnny Joseph rub, did you?
I used Johnny Joseph, Congo, Barbecue Supply, and White Lightning.
White Lightning, baby. All right. Oh man, I got a question for you, Johnny. Though on the Kids Q thing, is that a if you're familiar with it, or even somebody can comment with it, maybe Sandy or anybody else. But why did the kids do pork chops instead of just doing like a regular steak? Is it a different way of cooking it, or is it easier for the kids to cook the pork chop than a steak? Or
yeah, they're trying. They have some Kids Q steak cooks, and with the prices the steaks are and everything, it's the pork chops is a lot cheaper to use, but it's teaching them to watch out how to cook on a grill. As far as the pork chops, you still have grill marks, you still have temperature, you're still doing the same fundamentals, but it's just with the pork chop. I had the opportunity to teach kids over in Texas, Sandy, and Tim, and we split everybody up into age groups, and I had the 5-year-olds to 7-year-olds, and it was phenomenal. Teaching them how to trim a steak, and you're sitting there holding their hands, and it's nothing no more enjoying than to teach a kid how to do things.
Well, they probably put you at that age group, Johnny, because they didn't need much technology at that.
That's correct. Thank you, Mr. Steve. I appreciate that. Ryan, over to you, sir.
Johnny, I mean, I can do this. We do this about once a show. Johnny is.
Oh no!
We go like this, and then the show just
there
gets
you go.
so
Good
much
job.
better. See?
Hey, I knew you had that button. You could control it.
We got
me.
that button.
Trust me, Johnny. I'm one step below you probably, or one step ahead of you, or whatever. But technology is not my friend either.
Yeah, but But like I said, that's what it is. But we've had some kids cook steaks, but it's been a while. But I agree with that. I think we need to start trying to have some, because before you know it, the 13-year-olds, they're cooking. They have to go pro.
Man.
I'm thinking Ryan. I'm thinking Saylor might be our youngest guest. I think, does she win the youngest guest award? Because Little Gringo was on, but she's 13 now, but I think she was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's 11. So Saylor, you are our youngest guest ever on Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. Thank you for joining us.
So another first place for you right now until
another first place. We don't have anything to really, except maybe a little applause for being our first youngest.
I don't even
guest.
have the sound effects for it either.
Were you able to get those? Did you get those pictures I sent you? Right,
I did, and because of OG Bandits kicking into us and sponsoring the show, we're able to. Last week's show was just horrendous. The show was great, but the technology side of the show was terrible because StreamYard wanted to change some stuff. But
I would like to give a shout out. I think they're one of y'all sponsors, Smoking Wood.
Smoky Woods, yeah.
Woods is coming up.
They were at the shed. They were at the shed, right?
Yeah, they were there. We were right down that's where I cooked, which should have been the winning steak, but it ended up in 65th place. But that's okay. I was down there cooking at Smoky Woods with Scott from Spitfire Grills. Yeah, but they were there. They're nice people. I love the guys from Smoky Woods. I don't know. Some people might, everybody's got their opinions of everybody, but I think they're one of the nicest people out there.
We like to use a little pinch of applewood when we're cooking our steaks or pork chops, and they gave us a bag to use. So I told him thank you very much. So I'd like to give him a shout out.
Yeah, he is also. They are also sponsoring the show too. I'm just waiting for them to email me over their logos and some stuff to put up in the background and have some fun with it. So, Steve sent me his information via phone, and I was texting him everything like that. We were going back and forth, and he goes, can we just talk on the phone?
See,
I just called him up, and man, his little twang voice, he was just so far down to earth. It was amazing to just sit there and talk to him. I loved it. It was much better in technology. I'll tell you that much.
But one point I did want to point out too is just what Johnny was talking about. It's strangely enough, that's how a lot of the competition, even KCBS and SCA, somebody needs something, people help you out. It's just that's part of the whole family type atmosphere of it. But earlier in the week, Johnny did send me over some photos, so I sent him over to Ryan with the hope that we were upgraded to do it. So yeah, let's put some of those pictures up there. So there she is with my good friend Cracker.
Cracker.
Good old, he's crazy on himself.
Man, he is.
Saylor, what'd you think of Stale Cracker?
I don't know.
He's goofy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then what else we got?
Oh, we got. Let's back up here. We got your. Trying to see the pictures; they're so small.
Oh, there's the trimming.
Yeah.
How was trimming? Did you have to trim a lot off of it, Saylor, or was it pretty clean?
It was pretty clean.
Yeah.
But you see, if you look at that picture, she has a little pick in her left hand, so she don't get her fingers close, and she has her knife in her right hand. And that's what we try to teach kids to use. Use something to hold the fat and trim with the knife. So they're out of danger of using a knife. And I was teaching a 5-year-old that. So
wow.
But you'd be surprised how they focused on that, keeping hands away.
That's a great idea. I would have never even thought anything like that.
Those are some pretty nice looking pork chops cut around there, though. Those had nice shape just before they even started.
Well, that pork chop she had, it cooked, and it when she was probing it and checking temp, it was going in like butter. It was so. Well, I just didn't think it was going to hold up, but when she hit it on that grill, it just plumped up and stiffened up a little bit, but it still stayed tender as ever. I told her, I said, "Oh Lord," and We ended up, that was the one we turned in. She turned it in, and it was good.
Is this the turn in here?
Yes.
All right. Get your
So what they do is they give them their ticket, and then they
Okay.
have to put their name on their ticket.
Gotcha.
And
Did
so
you have to rush Saylor to get in there, or were you early? I mean, some of the guys I saw, like, doing the margaritas, the Bloody Marys, and some people with their boxes. There was a little fast walk going, and even some of the kids were rushing. So did you, or were you able to do a nice, cool, even pace?
I pretty much had a rush.
Not as bad as last year.
just about
Last
like all
year,
of us.
my daughter ran way ahead of her, telling her that she was on her way. So it was like a tag team getting her to turned in.
Yeah.
Well, consistency is everything. You know what I mean? I mean, if that's what it takes to win, maybe that's what it was with mine. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I turned it in too early. I should have done it where I had to run a little bit faster.
That's why they give you 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So how many kids were in the kids queue? How many other contestants were there?
35.
35.
Wow, that's not baby. 35 kids.
That's
It's a tie,
good turn.
but still.
That's a good turnout. Yeah. That's awesome. And here you are. Look at that.
There it is.
So where you got this trophy at now?
Where's your trophy at? Bedroom?
Oh yeah, it's in my closet.
In the closet.
She just saw. She just.
You can hang it up on the wall.
She just saw the money.
Those are heavy. You know, Marcio makes those.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he does. That's what he does. Well, I mean, he don't make trophies, but he has a granite and
Granite.
the scrap. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Said Jenny said we were running last year. Amanda said the same thing. Last year we had to run. Amanda said that the trophy's heavy, so
maybe they'll set it on a shelf or something like that.
yeah. And my good friend Robert Rose, how we doing there, sir?
We have a smaller sister, Noah Ray, but we scared she might pull it over on her. It's heavy.
So, but so what? So Johnny, how did you start in the whole steak comp? I mean, how did you start doing it all the years ago?
About 30 years ago, we was, be honest with you, steak cook-offs and stuff originated and started when we were doing charity events for like Catholic schools, festivals. They would have us come in and we'd come in and cook steaks for fundraisers. And, it 100, 200 steaks. And then, it'd be 5 or 10 of us help all cook. And then, so one thing led to another, and we just said, well, let's see who has everybody pitch in. We'll see who has the best steak and let people judge it. And next thing you know, started doing cook-offs. They'd have them at the festivals. So that's how really steak cook-offs got started.
And then,
how long ago has that been? It's been a long time ago. Yeah, I've been doing it at least 30 years.
And then the SCA is not super old, but did you talk with them a lot about when the SCA was starting about ideas and stuff like that, or did you just kind of roll yourself into the SCA when it started, or did you give them ideas of what they may want to look at?
Brett and Ken, and we had, they asked, and they were part of this. They were going to festivals and cooking, non-sanctioned events. There was no such thing as SCA, and and you show up some of the places where they were started having steak cook-offs. You might cook a steak that was a 1/4 inch thick to 1.5 inches, and they'd all be different sizes and different things. So one day Brett and Ken decided that they were going to form an organization, and we talked about it, and one thing led to another, and they took off and ran with it. But that was the reason, and try to keep it all on a level playing field. You know what you're going for, what you're gonna get when you get there. So
Yeah, I can see that. So then going full circle, I mean, it's neat. You got your granddaughter there, who now is one. How do you feel when you see people? It has to be a proud moment, one for your granddaughter too. But I mean, when you see people like Chris who won the Rhinestone, and then you get Tim and Sammy Brown with the success they have, and we could even say, believe it's Scott Nardi. He was at our class at Wanamaker's. I mean, how does it make you feel that you're able to pass that down to and people have that kind of success? And I mean, it's just like your class. It's how to be a winner. I mean, it's
well, the classes, I tell it all. I mean, my recipe is what I use, and I've been using it the same way since 2018. And the way I measure out, I teach that, and everybody knows it. And everybody teaches the same. They want to see people win. So it really makes me feel good when I teach. I teach them the fundamentals to get them where they need to be to get started, but everybody takes it and puts their own twist on it. It's always, it's steady growing, and the old saying is you got to keep up with the Joneses. Well, if it's not broke, don't change it, and I haven't changed since. But there's a lot of competition out there that some way, shape, or forms I have had opportunity to help. But is it they're winning because of me? Probably not. They're probably blaming me for spending so much money.
True. Very true.
We got Jenny Marie Takewell says, "Hey, Saylor Katie, we're so proud of you." And then Kevin says, "Hey, Saylor."
So, Saylor, have you cooked any steaks with your grandpa, or has he taught you anything yet, or are you you're kind of hiding that until you're 13, and then you're gonna surprise everybody with the hidden talents?
She's been with me on catering, but she hasn't actually cooked steaks.
Steak yet? Well,
She cooks pork chops for her daddy all the time.
Yeah. Do you use the Johnny Joseph rub all the time, or do you got any other special rub that you like to put on the pork chop besides Boar's Night Out?
I just use Johnny Joseph.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong
Johnny
with
Joseph,
that.
it's a good rub, actually. Johnny Joseph rub. So, but what did you think? What did you think of the Shed now? I saw you dancing to the Mardi Gras music there on I think it was, what was it, Saturday? They opened up with the Mardi. I saw you doing a little Louisiana dancing there with the Mardi Gras music.
Yeah, that really livened up the party. And Brooke and Brad, they do such a fantastic job. It's a party from the time you get there to the end. And this year they had the NBBQA going along with it, and it was awesome. And Chris, he won the old rhinestone, which was awesome. And so it was.
Yep, there he is.
It was really phenomenal. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Look at him. Yeah.
He said he was just about as stunned as everybody else.
Oh, I told him he was going to win. It was his time. Back in 2019, I believe it was, we were at Kansas City, and he missed it by a smidgen. It wasn't much. Dan Judd ended up winning it, but it come back around to him, and
Yep.
He,
was
he,
couldn't
he
happen
did
to a better fella.
he did say that when he was on the show. He said, Johnny told me it was my time, and he said, man, put that pressure on my shoulders made it even worse.
And then he did say he won the rhinestone, and then the second day with the showdown day, he was happy Saylor won because I guess he had some help with the sauce, and he said to me, perfect weekend. He said it didn't matter how he finished in the other two, she ended up tying for first, and to him that was a perfect weekend. And like I said, what more can you say about family than that? Then it just they're just happy to be helping other people win.
Yeah, and he had his wives, Michelle and Emily. Emily is his wife, and then Kevin had his wife, Michelle. They were there. It's just a family reunion when we go there. I mean, we get everybody gets to visit, and it's great. It's great. Great food, great entertainment. I mean, you can't say more about it. And then you get down in when they have the showdown, it's awesome to watch all that.
You have to work that showdown. I was watching you doing the announcing, and man, you're pretty good play-by-play, man.
Yeah, well, it's lots of fun to be involved. I'll tell you what, I had the opportunity to cook in two of them.
Yeah.
One in 2020, and then 2023, and you just cook and get in your zone, and you just turn it in.
There's not a show that goes by that we don't talk about how it's just it's barbecue as family and just getting together with everything, and you're competing against everybody, but it's more about getting together and having a good time for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, winning
unless you're in the kids queue and you're winning first place and getting a check.
that was hats off to Boars Night Out and everybody that donated. That was really, really awesome. I mean, $6,000, and
wow.
And we got another year coming next year. Oh my God!
Yeah. And then you guys split it, but I mean, if you think about it, even what she took home, that was, I think, just as much as all the first place steak winners took. Each category, I think, only won 1,000, didn't they, for the adults? And she took it all. She took it all in one bump. So that's a fantastic thing. I still think the kids queue thing is pretty cool. I almost wished I didn't cook on Saturday so I could have followed that a little bit more, but I kind of had a fun time cooking. So
yeah.
So Saylor, did you have a favorite food that you ate while you were down there? Because there was a lot of food to eat. Did you have a favorite thing? I mean, king cake or anything like that? No.
I don't know what it was called, but I don't know what it was called. I forgot.
You ain't bashful. I don't know why you being bashful. She ain't bashful.
Well, I mean, let's get down to.
There it is.
Favorite Bloody Mary.
No, there it is in the comments there, Ryan. Kevin answered.
Blueberry moon pies.
Moon pies. I had never had the king cake, I think it was, and that was fantastic. And of course, who was in front of me in the food line, and that was Mr. Johnny Joseph himself was in front of me in the food line, and took a little while there at the gumbo to get out of the way because I really wanted to get some of that.
That jambalaya was really good.
Yeah, jambalaya, that's what it was.
Yeah,
but someone from Louisiana actually made it, or New Orleans or something like that. And anytime you get something that it was so flipping good, it was like, Johnny, get out of the way already with you, because I wanted to get some of that. So it was really good. So moon pies. I didn't have any of the moon pies.
How are we doing there, sir?
Yeah, I didn't have any of the moon pies. Trisha likes moon pies. That's my girlfriend. She liked the moon pies. I think she had those. I didn't have the moon pies. But
why didn't you have a moon pie?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm a moon pie person. Dude, when you had the king, I had like 4 slices of that cake.
Well, Steve, you got to ration it out. Like, just get a little bit here and there. Like,
I didn't have them all. I didn't have them all at once. You don't understand when he says there's food all the time. There's food all the time. So it's like dinner started, and it's like, I mean, I don't know what your estimate would be, Johnny, but you're feeding like 50 some people. I mean, so the food's out for a long time, and I mean, you're constantly walking back, and you know, if there's food there, you eat it. So
they always have plenty to eat.
You still use your rub, Johnny, and then you. What was the other one? See, I forgot the mix. I know he does tell everything in the class, and he's no joke lying on that. He tells you everything, measurements, and this and that. So he ain't kidding. But you're still the exact same recipe as you were.
You see, I mean, that's why he got 65th
same
place.
recipe, same. It's half a tablespoon of Johnny Joe's steak rub and a teaspoon of White Lightning.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And everybody in the world knows it.
You know, I think. No, I didn't. I did it freehand. You know, I did. The guys from Smoky Woods gave me. I did use Southern Thunder. I did do that, and then I used the money rub from. I can't. Something Pepper Company. It's a stupid name. It's right on the top of my tongue, and I can't. But Smoky Woods is friends with him, so he had those rubs. So I used the money rub, and then I used the Southern Thunder, because the Southern Thunder adds it's got that beefy flavor in it that just adds it. I think it adds a little goodness to it, but you know. And I was kind of copying everybody else because I felt like a rock star. You know what I mean? And running with the big boys. You know what I mean?
Johnny, it just shows like all the classes that we do at Wanamaker's, because we do a class every month, and it just shows how much he pays attention in class.
I did perfect. I mean, I had the lines going and this and that, and yeah.
So Cobble Q, what's up there, Nick? Oh yeah.
But so what's your time on flipping sides? Are you a minute and a half, or are you a minute?
Well, you know, there again, it's we do a practice take, and one of the things that I always like to do, I mean, I start off with about a minute and 25 seconds per flip, and the way I flip is I always start to the right on a 45, and then I flip back to the right to the 45. And then when you flip that third time over and go left, when you look at those lines, if you'll line the lines up with the rails, you'll have a perfect diamond mark every time.
Yeah.
So, but you know, but there again, the temperature of the heat of your grill, you know, you try to zone in on that practice take. So if you need to add or take away, but the main thing is you don't want it to get away from you. You know, you want to at least get it up on your easy more to hold it up there set it up there about 120, 123, so it'll come on up on its own instead of it just taking it right off.
Yeah, so you don't want to take it right up to 135 or
no,
because it'll keep going and you'll get past the medium rare.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I pulled mine at 123, Ryan.
Yeah. But yeah, and you know it's gonna rise depending on the temperature, how cold it is outside, where you got it, you know. So it's all about windage and elevation.
What do you usually have your grill at? About 625, 650?
About 585 is where I like to cook at.
I'm way over. We were so way over.
Yeah.
I know one time our grill grate was like at 700. Go figure that.
Woo.
Well, you know, Johnny, you gotta sometimes you gotta run wild. You know what I mean? You gotta run wild. I mean, that's how you get this.
That's the way I used to cook.
Yeah, you gotta run wild.
It was 650, 700 I mean, they back in the day they wanted to see. I wish I'd sent you some pictures way back in the day. They wanted to see a lot of char.
Yeah.
Not burnt now, but they want to see char. They want. I mean, it is the tail left on it, no tail on it. It's just it's changed. It's you know.
So it's got I don't want to. The steaks are dressing fancier nowadays, is what you're trying to say. I mean,
Correct. And then they talk about they don't want to see a hockey puck. Well, the judges don't see a hockey puck. To be honest with you, when the guy with the cutter cuts the steak, he'll slide it to one side where they can see it, so they don't see the whole steak. So
right.
You got to do what you have to do to win. If you turn in a hockey puck, okay. But if that's all you got to work with, you gotta. And I've seen a lot of people win with them.
Yeah. I got a question for you because Chris kind of gave me an answer, but I want to check with the master. But my strings kept popping off.
You girded it up too tight, didn't you?
See, now that's what Chris said, but I just wanted to make sure. I knew he was right, but
all you're doing is holding it in place. Okay?
So you just want to snug it.
Yes.
All right.
Just barely, just barely get it to where it stays shaped like you want it, and then when you're tying it, and I learned this one from Sandy. When you're tying it, you bring it around, you loop it in a couple of times. So when you cinch it up, it'll tighten up just a little bit. And when you relax, it'll stay tight. You're not putting a knot in it. So then you bring it back around and then you do the bottom. So you get 2 strings on it out of 1. So that,
right. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's what I did. Because when it got done marinating, you could tell already that it was, when you're washing off, you could tell that the string was already I'm like, dang, this second, my first one totally popped off. The other one was like, man, that thing was hanging on for dear life. But I ended up getting it through to the box without it popping. But man, I was so mad because I thought I had done it really good the second time. But oh well. See, Ryan, all the exciting things you missed because you didn't come.
I mean, just keep rubbing it in, Steve. I mean, one of these days I'll be able to get there.
Well, I'll tell you, it's worth coming for.
Yeah.
I mean, it is you would enjoy it from the time you get there to the time you leave.
It was really crowded. That's all I can say. I mean, they really smash them in that parking lot. I didn't realize that was. But I mean, you're in there cozy. Yeah,
and it was the weather was so much better this year than last year. Last year we froze to death. It was
that's because I came this year, Johnny.
Yeah.
Well,
it was 60. It was 67. That's
I was Johnny. I was going through. I was trying to find a couple pictures, and I came across this one. You talk about being cozy. I mean, you.
Oh my God. Oh.
Where did you find that one?
That was back in 2018, maybe. I don't know. We were running for points, and we just left Fordyce, Arkansas. John Green and I and Kerry, and drove all night to get to South Louisiana. Jesus. We got to the cook-off there, and we were slept in the truck, and John Green took that picture and posted it.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
See, this was from last year for your birthday, but you got the.
Yeah.
That's
where you finding all them pictures at, Ryan?
Well, it's amazing things that you can find on social media.
Oh,
it's on your Facebook. That's the rhinestone sombrero there. It looked like.
See, we got Amanda's in here laughing. Jenny's in here laughing. See, it's fun when you can dig back and find some things. And
Yeah.
What we got to do, Johnny, is we got to have you and Sandy come back up and maybe Saylor and maybe do an adults class and a kids Q class. I think that would be I think that might be kind of fun.
Yeah, and and we need to keep these kids involved in cooking, and something they can learn, and because it's an art to it, and it's awesome to have them do it.
Amanda said she has plenty of pictures she could have sent. We'll have to save that for the next time we're on.
Now you don't want her pictures. She'll blackmail me.
So you guys, you and Tim and Sandy are still doing all the classes, and you got any coming up soon that people can be looking for, or where they can go look for them?
No, I haven't been doing any. I've just been doing some private, one-on-ones. But Tim and Sandy has 2, I believe, and they already sold out at the finals coming up.
Oh yeah, okay.
In Fort Worth, I think they posted it an hour, maybe 4 hours later, it was sold out. So they good. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, they've really taken it. And Tim and Sandy and Johnny both do as they said, it's a tell-all. They all say this is exactly what we do. This is how we do it. But that doesn't mean that's the way you have to do it. They basically give you the basics of how you should do it, and then you can do whatever you want and run with it. And obviously Tim and Sandy and even Chris and the other ones we mentioned, they took what Johnny told them and they run and made it their own. And it's just getting that basics. And like everybody says, Johnny, I know you may not have had it, but it's a blessing for anybody that's in this to have these classes to start with, because it gets you those basics. And I don't know if you had that back when you started, Johnny, or if you just kind of figured it out on your own. But
if it's been tried, I've tried it. From pineapple juice to just whatever it took to try to make it tender, to all kind of seasonings, you name it, I've tried it.
Yes,
you're talking about the kids taking off and running with it. Amanda says Saylor has 2 more years, and then it's going to be Nora's turn.
Yeah, right. Now we guess keep it going.
Yeah.
Speaking of the young ones, we got little Gringo says, "Hey guys, how we doing?" And Sandy says, "Thank you, Johnny." And we are taking names for the wait list.
Hey, can I get on it?
Hey, how's it going? Oh, Sandy. Okay, so we were just talking about you guys coming up, Sandy, and doing the class with Johnny. Then we'll have Saylor come up and she can do the pork chop class.
She could teach the kids Q class. She can teach her and Johnny can maybe Tim and Sandy can do the SCA comp class, and then Saylor and Johnny can do the kids Q pork chop class. That'd be a fun combo.
What do you think, Saylor? You want to start teaching everybody
your tricks?
Your tricks of the trade? Pass it down to somebody else? That's the best part, though. That's the part that keeps on giving, is you give it to somebody else, and then they go and win, and you're not up there on stage with them, but you get that feeling that I helped them get to that point.
You help to do stuff. Yeah. And you kept things going. But yeah, if anybody's out there looking, Tim and Sandy, they do put on a fantastic class. So if you ever see one in your area, or if it's nearby, please join up and take that if you're interested in the steak class. They do a fantastic job, and they're great people as well. So that makes it even better, because when you can get taught by great people that are just great people in general, then you're going to have a great time.
Maybe if you take the class and pay attention.
Well, I have the classes at the store when the store is open, Ryan. So I have to also take care of customers at the same time. So, I don't just get to stand there and cook griddle food and eat all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Amanda, our teacher, Saylor's teacher, sent Amanda some pictures of I guess you got to teach class.
Mhm.
She got to teach class.
Oh,
Was it last week or this week?
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So I didn't know she got to teach class. So I mean, so she's already get to teach class. So I guess she can move right on into cooking.
yeah, right. Cooking classes is the. I mean, if you can teach school, you can teach cooking classes. I mean, you got that win under your belt. You're pretty good. Yeah, little Gringa's in there. Little Gringa was down there at the shed as well.
Yeah.
I have to say that on the Saturday, I think she outbratted Brad. I mean, she had her black little hat on and she had her sparkly jacket on, and I think she looked more bedazzled than Brad did. I think Brad was a little chilly. He wore a fur to the awards, but the only thing I think little Gringo was upset about is that Brad wore his sparkly walking shoes, and she was going to bring sparkly shoes, but she ended up not bringing them. So, but
She is down there laughing.
yeah.
And Sandy said it was great to see Saylor and Kenzie hug after they both won. They're both excited for each other. And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's what,
So Gringa said she had some. So she could have.
I know she has sparkly shoes, but she didn't. I don't know if I think she either didn't bring them or she didn't wear them that night. Or see, the thing with the shed, you got to understand is it was kind of rainy that day. So I mean, I didn't realize it either, but it gets dirty because it's all gravel floors and everything. So you didn't want to get your sparkly shoes dirty. I wouldn't have worn them either.
Well, little Gringo, what you can do next year, you got to get some lights and attach them to your legs so it points down at the shoes and shines off at everybody.
Jesus. So you're like a walking disco ball.
A walking disco ball. Yeah. See, she said she left him in the room.
See, I told you.
Left him in the room because she thought it was going to be muddy. But
yeah. So
yeah, you never know what you're going to get. But
so Saylor, you got any other competitions coming up, or are you going to take it easy until next year's shed?
We've been looking for some. They're way off right now so far. She's ready to cook again. She just we just got to find one to go to.
yeah.
Because I'm ready to go too with her. I don't think I'll cook. I'll just let her cook.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the best part when you can sit back and watch them do it.
Maybe that's something for the SCA to look at, is to have. Well, I know they already do. They try, but see if they can push more competitions to have the kids queue a part of it, so that there's more of them. So she could do it more often. Maybe not all the time, but at least so you could get it, every 2 or 3 months or something. So you're keep your practice going. You know what I mean? So keep your form going. So you're not going in cold at the shed next year.
They have some, like I saw one. They're having a hamburger cooking some for the kids, and then they had a grilled cheese sandwich cooking for the kids. But I'd rather cook a pork chop or cook a steak if she's gonna cook.
Yeah, than a cook.
This hamburger was cooked by a kid, so it's all right.
Oh yeah.
That's the world championship burger, Johnny.
I heard it looked good.
It don't look as good as this.
Oh, Jesus. Give it up with the Flying Dutchman. So, Saylor, if you were going to cook a grilled cheese sandwich, would you cook just a regular grilled cheese sandwich, or would you have to liven it up maybe like a, pulled pork and grilled cheese sandwich or something that's a little more exciting, or would you just be happy with a grilled cheese sandwich?
Probably a grilled cheese sandwich.
Like Johnny said, keep it simple. Keep to the basics, Steve.
No, I mean, I'd have to have like a pulled pork or.
Then it's not a grilled cheese.
Well, it is. It'd be a pulled pork grilled cheese.
It is not a grilled cheese. A grilled cheese is bread and cheese, and that's it. When you start putting stuff in it, it starts getting into like a panini or something.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. A while back, several years ago, we went to a cook-off down in South Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they had an ancillary that was frog legs.
Ooh.
And my wife decided she was going to cook the frog legs. And she don't cook. She cooks. She's a good cook, but she don't do competitions. So she decided she was going to do the frog legs, and she was going to give them just a regular, straight up frog legs in a skillet, slow, steamed them, they melted in your mouth. Everybody was doing all this exotic stuff with the frog legs and everything, and Lord behold, if she didn't win it.
Yeah, same. You know what would be really good, Ryan? Would be a spam and grilled cheese sandwich.
Then it would be like a ham and cheese sandwich, not a
I love spam.
Not a spam and cheese grilled cheese, because it's just not
spam.
You're totally changing the
competition in Little Rock coming up.
A spam competition?
Yes, sir. It's an ancillary with it's the one on Smoking on the River, right there on the river in Little Rock. And one of the ancillaries is you use spam.
Oh, I love spam. I want to talk to Brad and Brooke and see if they can do the ancillary down there as spam, because I plan on going next year. And this way, I love spam. I can't eat it all the time, but every once in a while, it's just amazing.
Have some spam French fries.
Spam fries?
Spam fries. Yeah.
You don't put, you kind of gotta. I'd eat fried spam.
Well, green
is spam. That was shit's because Ray, you got to learn you got to be inventive with it.
Yeah. Oh,
so.
well.
All right, guys, we are at our hour. Thank you both for started off really exciting with the hecticness to get in, but then it all settled into a nice, comfortable chat.
Yeah.
Saylor, thanks for coming on and being a part of the show. Congratulations again. And
congratulations.
Keep up the work.
Thank you.
So,
appreciate y'all having us.
Next time we just can't talk so much, though.
She'll get there. She'll get there.
It's her first time. Remember when Ray was on the first time? She didn't talk that much either. And then the last time we had her on, she was like, she owned. I think Ryan and I were guests for her. She owned the whole show when she talked. So it was a good time. So Saylor, keep up the good work, and look forward to seeing what goes on with you and as far as cooking in the future. So, and then Johnny, catch up when we catch up. Good to see you as always.
Yeah, thank y'all so much, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on.
Hey, Ryan, just keep hitting that button. There you go.
This one here?
Yep, there you go. Good job. But we really appreciate y'all having us, and y'all keep up the good work and keep spreading the love of the grilling and the barbecuing. And anytime y'all need something, don't hesitate to call.
We appreciate it, Johnny. Thanks for coming on, Saylor. Thanks for spending your hour with us as well, too.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Man.
Two great people. I love Joseph, and his granddaughter is so sweet. So.
Yeah. Craig Carter said NBBQA in 2019 in KC had spam last time he remembers. And
I love spam. I mean,
Denny said, great job, everyone. Little Gringa said, congratulations. And Amanda said, it's her bedtime. Hang on. They're still here. What do you think about that, Saylor? You think it's your bedtime yet? Or I'm sorry, I'm still in a show right now. I got to stay up a little later.
Yeah. I mean, we still got paparazzis out there we got to get through.
All right, guys, take care.
You guys have a great night.
We got to get through the paparazzi.
Oh my God! Did you ever see anybody so happy? He's always. I'm sure he has his moments, but he's always so happy about everything.
Oh yeah, good.
Kind of like you, Ryan.
Stuff. I am. There's no point in being upset about anything in life.
No.
It's like my dad used to say, you can't cry over spilt milk.
Your dad didn't say that.
He said that, and he said tough titty said the kitty when the milk ran dry.
Shh, Saylor's still there, for crying out loud.
She's gone. See, Johnny said she's gone. Just like the start of the show, we still can't hear him. Get rid of them dang earbuds.
Oh my God!
Another great show. That was awesome. Way to come back. Again, before we get out of here, I just want to give another shout out to OG Bandits once again for sponsoring the show. And then hopefully by next week, I'll have all the logo and artwork for Smoky Woods. And I did reach out to Tim and I sent him a message. I just haven't heard back. So we'll see where we're at with that. But yes, guys, we are getting sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, shoot me a message. Make sure you follow Barbecue Blackstone and Beer. And it's all about the barbecue.
I did reach out and confirm, Johnny, you might be interested in this one for next week. Next week, we have David from Melinda's Hot Sauce, right? I thought that one, thinking about you, Ryan, because I know how much you really liked Melinda's Hot Sauce.
I do like Melinda's Hot Sauce. I can't wait. I know you said you got a little sample pack for me. I can't wait to pick that up.
Do you want to see it? I got Johnny knows.
No, just keep the surprise out there. I'll see it on Saturday at the next class. I can't wait. We did, if anybody in here is going to the class, we did pull a little audible on the dessert.
Audio? Are you making fun of Johnny again? Through the side? Was that a little side swipe?
A little side swipe with the audio. No, we pulled a little audible on the desserts. We're no longer doing the donuts, but we are going to change it up to some s'mores quesadillas on the
Why aren't you doing the s'mores?
Oh, well.
Or just the donuts?
We'll explain that on Saturday or after the show.
Oh, look at yeah. Ray said she's been playing with the sauces. She got a package.
She got a package from Melinda's?
She did. And then you know what she did? She did just like you guys do with the griddle bed. She opened it right there on a video and posted it of all the neat things she got.
That's what we have to do. I mean, we love to help businesses out and promote their stuff out there. I mean, they're taking the time to send us their product. That's the least we can do is help them.
It doesn't help people who have barbecue envy, and then people get jealous and stuff like that. Ryan.
Get jealous.
Not that I don't have a history of being jealous about anything, but
what'd you talk about?
I was jealous when Ryan got his hat, and then I got really jealous because I didn't have my hat.
He got his later that day. He was fine. He was a little salty.
I cried like a baby.
Yes.
Ooh. Ray, I got a little barbecue envy going on because I'm a little jealous because, you got it, and I've seen some other people on there get it. They get that little pack from. I got my glasses on. Get that little pack from Melinda's, and she got a nice little T-shirt, and she
sent me a bunch. I got a nice apron and everything.
You didn't get anything.
I mean, you'll find out next week.
Why did you get something?
Because they sent me a package.
For what? Whatever.
Because I'm amazing.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm just jealous. I'm not talking to you. Don't worry. I know Johnny's still in here, so we can do it once again, Johnny. We can just take it right back out. He knows how to do it. But guys, yes. So next week, every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, Thursday night barbecue chat. Come check out Melinda's Hot Sauce next week.
I am. So David will be here for Melinda's Hot Sauce, and then I don't know who we got after. I do have people scheduled, Ryan. I honestly do. Oh, you know what? Then after,
you just don't put it in the spreadsheet that I asked you to put it in there for. But
well, I know because that's the one. As I said, technology.
I know another technology thing that
technology is not my friend. I actually am excited. For two reasons.
Yeah.
We're on the 20th. We will have Grill Girl Robin. She's scheduled to go. And the cool thing, Ryan, you would be proud of me. I was able to figure out how to send her. You know how like when you make a thing in your calendar on your phone where you can send it to somebody else so that it
links up. Yeah.
I did that.
Nice. Well, hopefully we got Melinda's for next week set up and the event is already out there and they can share that out as well too.
I'll get that to them. I haven't created the event for that yet. Did you? And then after that we will have, so the end out February. So next week it's David from Melinda's. Then we got Grill Girl Robin. And then we got my friend Scott. That's who I cooked with. And he's the one that has the Spitfire grill. And he also does steak ager, which is something that you can use to age steaks in your refrigerator.
Oh,
and they're all out of North Carolina.
Age bags or something, or is it something different?
He's got refrigerators that do it, and then he's got something like a box or something that controls the humidity and airflow or something that allows you to dry age your steaks right in your refrigerator. So, and we were we were steak competitor partners because we were battling it together, trying to figure it out. He had a little more experience than I did as far as cooking steak.
2 competitions, and I mean that would be.
I don't know how many he does. He does stuff in Carolina, but I mean, I had Johnny Joseph behind me, I had Tim Brown behind me, I had Sandy Brown behind me, and I had Sonny Moody because I've had all of them teach me how to do a steak. Sorry, guys, the best you could do was 65th place. But I don't think that was because of the instruction. I think it was because of the cook. So
definitely because of the cook.
That wasn't bad for the first time, though, right?
Hey, no. I mean, you didn't get the AL. So.
I beat 22 people. I mean, how bad did those 22 people feel, know that they lost to me?
I mean, Saylor beat 34, but I mean, what do you know?
You know, if I was in Kids Q, I might have won too. And if I would have lost in Kids Q, then I would have really
right. Yeah.
Not only would I have looked funny up there, but you know, then I would even be more embarrassed.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. And we will see
everybody
you next week.
As always, be kind and courteous to everybody. Be nice to everybody. Everybody's a little bit different, and everybody has different ideas on how things and everything should be. And let's just get over it. Hey, go cook a steak. Go cook some barbecue. Just eat. Everything seems to be better when everybody's eating. One, because everybody's mouth's full and they can't talk. So anyway, everybody have a great night, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.
Okay, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.